Good evening, dear students. How are you? I hope you all are safe and fine at your home. And I must have believed that you had done all the previous chapters properly. Today we are going to deal with the next part of the chapter, physical fitness, wellness, and lifestyle. This is the second part. Which part? This is the second part of our fifth unit, physical education for CWSN. Now, when we are going to learn about physical education for CWSN, there's the point in our mind. Why physical education for CWSN? Whenever we are talking about CWSN, it means child with special need. These are some kids, these are some people who are having some kind of disability, some kind of disorder. That's why these peoples are generally called CWSN. And here is the name of the chapter is Physical Education for CWSN. It means here we will incorporate sports, some physical activities for child with special need. It means it is totally based on the improvement of the Divyang children's child with special need. Right? So in the previous lecture we had already understood the meaning of adapted physical education. Adapted physical education is that kind of education which brings a holistic development in a child with special need, that is CWSN. And the full form of APE, Adapted Physical Education, helps an individual to learn, live and serve the best in the society. See, when I am saying an individual is Divyang or CWSN or having some kind of disability or a kind of disorder, see that people also wants to play, also have some fun, also wants to have a recreation in life, also want to achieve something. They have also desire. We should have a hope for them. In the same manner, APE, Adapted Physical Education, throw a light on their life, throw a light to want them to succeed, to want them to lead better and a upcoming wonderful life. Right, dear students? So APE, Adapted Physical Education, brings a lot of games. They also do modification in the games, in the rules, like seven-sided, like football for blind people, cricket for blind people, and a lot. So what is disability? Disability is a kind of impairment which restricts the participation of an individual just because of a kind of disability. Disabilities are of various kinds. Like someone may have a physical problem, so we call it physical impairment. Some of them have a sensory kind of problem. Some of having a brain injury, some neurological problem, hearing problem, right? And maybe intellectual problem. Disability is an impairment that may be cognitive, that may be developmental, that may be memory resulting, etc. So, here what we understand that disability are of three types. Physical or mobility disability or impairment, we can say. Disability we call it impairment, right? So, physical disability, sensory disability and intellectual disability, right? So, today we had already started before this lecture that what is the concept of APE and what exactly disorders and disability. Now there are a lot of organizations which works for the CWSN, which run a lot of organization for the improvement in CWSN, for the enhancement in the performance and the skill perfection in CWSN. CWSN, that is Divyang, child with special need. So physical education has a different curriculum for them. Physical education has our own curriculum, rules, regulation, everything is different for them. So here, as I told you earlier, that there is a lot of organization which leads very good kind of in terms of their improvement, like Special Olympic Bharat, like Paralympics and many more. There are a lot of organizations which works for them. The first, today the thing that we are going to learn is Special Olympic Bharat. Now what it is, it's an organization. Special Olympic Bharat is the organization. It works for CWSN. It means they are majorly working for the people with intellectual disability. Now what is this intellectual disability? When I'm talking about intellectual disability, it means it is related with the thinking process. It is related with the memory resulting. It is related with the thought process of an individual. So when we talk about this intellectual problem, when we talk about this kind of problem that is based on the thinking process and memory resulting, we call it an intellectual process. Intellectual disability is also called a learning disability, right? So let's understand first what is intellectual disability or cognitive disability. So if we talk about intellectual, so before we're going to start this special operating part, we need to understand the concept of cognitive or learning disability. Learning disability. As I told you that cognitive or learning disability is a fact. It's a state of mental confusion. First thing, state of mental confusion. Very first thing, right? So cognitive or this disability, learning disability, cognitive disability is related to the thinking process. Alright, it depends on thinking process, memory resulting, thought process of an individual, etc. So here we understand that what is cognitive or learning disability. Cognitive or learning disability is a state of mental confusion. Okay, it affects person's thought process, it affects person's personality, memory resulting. For example, from a brain injury, the mental temperament will totally disturb. Cognitive disability are the kind of impairments which are present in people who are suffering from dyslexia and various other learning disabilities, include speech disability. See, this cognitive kind of problem is basically a psychiatric problem which is related to the mental health of an individual, or we can say it's a mental illness. Can develop at any age. It's often not apparent to other people. We may call it a psychiatric problem, right? So this psychiatric disability or a mental illness can develop at any stage. Psychiatric disabilities are often most misunderstood in the initial years. So attitude, some misunderstoodness, schizophrenic, potential behavior, violent nature is all this special Olympic Bharat is gonna lead these things. So maybe a psychological disorder, maybe a affective disorder, personality disorder sometimes, schizophrenia, intellectual disability. These are some things which comes under this cognitive disability. So I hope you understand that why we are going to learn the concept of this cognitive learning disability, because this cognitive learning disability is only the basis of Special Olympic Bharat. Because Special Olympic Bharat is leading Special Olympic Bharat brings a fight against this one. Special Olympic Bharat majorly concerned to deal with the children with intellectual disability, to deal with the children who have a problem by thinking, by remembering and memorizing. So let's come in the motion of physical education, and let's come, we are going to start the topic Special Olympic Bharat. Before it, I have understood you, and I hope that you must have understood that the concept of cognitive or learning or intellectual disability. Now, see, this is Special Olympic Bharat. So, the Special Olympic program came to India in 1988. These are some very important points when you go for NET, CAT, or GRF, and somewhere if you want to pursue some courses, definitely these dates will be mentioned there. So, Special Olympic program came in India in 1988. It means this in 1988 this program came in India only for the people with disability, that is intellectual disability. These formation of Special Olympic Maharashtra. Got it? So, quite. So, we understand here that this Mumbai, Maharashtra, the Special Olympic is started, right? So, what we understand? The Special Olympic program came in India in 1988 and it was started in Mumbai, Maharashtra, right? Next thing that we need to keep in mind about this program, this Special Olympic Bharat organization, or a kind of program for this Central Special Meet is that the movement had approximately 10,000 of athletes. So when it was on the first time, when it was organized, there were 10,000 of athletes who has participated. Got it? Next, here we need to understand since it was started in 1988, where it was initially started in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and on that time the average people are 10,000. So 10,000 of athletes have been participated there. The Special Olympics International was started by Yannick Kendi Shiva. I have already marked it. So you can see here I can also make a box. Yannick Kendi Shiva. Who was she? Sister of former President of United States of America. So this Yannick Kendi Shiva was the sister of the former President of United States of America, and the name of the United States of America President was John F. Kennedy. What's the name? The name of the person was John F. Kennedy. The idea was why this point come, why this person has started this kind of thing. Why what's the name he or she think that why should he or she has started this kind of things. So it's very important, and there must be a goal when we start something, right? So this person Yannick Kendi Shiva, and this Special Olympic International started by her only. So Yannick Kendi Shiva she was sister of former President of United States of America, John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, the name of the president, right? Now, why? What's the idea? Why it started? See that Yannick Kendi Shiva was already witness of this intellectual disability. She is seeing something in the depth, and she has grown up with this idea that this kind of organization should be there, where the intellectual disability people can learn, where their talent can be nurtured, where their skills can be transformed. Got it? So here what we understand that this Shiva idea was born out an experience of witnessing the social exclusion of the people with special needs. Because see, when someone is good, when we say that we should do something for this, and sometimes people, about their heart, they say, this it's okay, we'll not do this and that. But this kind of thought process when society talk about and the restriction, the participation is restricted, definitely there will be a lot of problems occur then and then. So here what we need to understand, we needed to understand that the participation of each and everyone in the country, whether they are male, whether they are female, whether they are having any kind of disability, is very, very important until and unless the country will not be prospered. There are a lot of competitions, there are a lot of things where the individual can participate and grow up their potential. And according to me, the Special Olympic Bharat is a good platform, and even Paralympics. These are some good platforms where an individual can enhance their potential and they can lead a wonderful life with enthusiasm and great spirit of knowledge. They can not only brought up with good ideas, they can also lead their life into a piece of harmony, and they can achieve a goal in their life. So the idea was born out. The idea was born out of Shiva's experience of witnessing the social exclusion, the thinking of the people in the society with intellectual disability. So that's the point that you need to understand here is intellectual disability. Shiva's witnessing of the intellectual disability could accomplish far more than their thoughts are possible. So she had started such a wonderful thought in her mind that why don't we start the Special Olympic Bharat? Special Olympic Bharat definitely had the different kinds of people to lead their life healthier and happier. It's a way to life for the people who have a special this special needs. Because see, when people have a special need, they are tensed, they are stressed, they have a lot of problems in their life. So it's very important to have a path to have a strategy or a plan to accomplish if he or she or any individual with a special need wants to achieve something in their life. In terms of the sports and games, they can definitely win in life, and the energy that they have could be channelized in an amazing manner, right? So she is convinced that the children with intellectual disabilities could be experiencing athletes and thought that sports for them will be the increase their energy, their potential at the highest level. As I told you, see, when the person having intellectual with having any kind of disability, the thought process is disturbed, the mental temperament will disturb, the physical structure will disturb, everything is disturbed. Why these things are going on? These kind of things are going on just because of that kind of disability. If the individual is motivated, if the individual is encouraged to participate in sports and games, definitely the potential will grown up. They will be understood that what is important in life. When you give way to someone, when you show the path to someone, when you enhance someone's potential by encouraging, by motivation, by motivating him or her, definitely the people can do. In the same way, this Special Olympic Bharat, this people that is Unique Shiva, she brought out with a great idea to start the Special Olympic Bharat. And according to her, what is her vision? She said that the people with disability, that is this intellectual disability, that she has her own way to think and her own, she wants to tell that people with disability can only be enhanced, their energy can only be channelized through these games and sports, because already they are having a lot of problems in their life. So how would they make their life more easy, right? See, there may be a lot of causes of this Special Olympic Bharat or a person with disability. Now you all know that disability may be occurred with any of the reasons, right? Like sometimes disability may be birth, sometime after birth. So it's clear that disability sometimes may be genetic or sometimes may be non-genetic. Are you clear? Are you agree with me? Okay. So it is clear from here that disability may occur due to any causes, right? So if we talk in terms of causes, disability may occur due to after birth, before during a pregnancy problem, or disability is something which is may occur due to accident, due to head injury, due to war. Disability may be communicable disease or it may be a non-communicable problem, right? So it may be deficiency of nutrients, may be due to cancer, it may be due to war, it may be musculoskeletal problem. So any problem, any disease, any illness which affects someone's mind and body, some limbs upper, lower, so definitely the thought process is affected. So let's cover up it, let's have a glance of it. That in 1988 the Special Olympic Bharat started. It was started in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and there were 10,000 of athletes firstly participated. This was a great idea of the Unique Shiva, and Unique Shiva was the sister of the former president of the United States of America, and the name of the president was John F. Kennedy. The idea was to bring out the Shiva's experience from witnessing of social exclusion, because people who have intellectual disability, they have to face a lot. Far more they want to, she wants to channelize the energy and want to raise up their potential at the highest level. So here I hope it's clear that Special Olympic, what the aim of Special Olympic Bharat, what they exactly want. And I hope that it's clear that why Special Olympic Bharat was created, by whom it is created, when it is created, in which place it is created, by this major basic thing is intellectual disability. And the concept of intellectual disability, as I told you, intellectual or we may say cognitive problem, a learning problem, when an individual has difficulty to think, to read, to have some problem in memory resulting, the thought process is totally affected. So it may lead them to depression, stressful life, and so many things. I hope this part is clear. Now let's move on the next part. So students, I hope you have understood this topic. Now let's come and understand this one. Special Olympic Bharat is an organization which is approved by the National Sports Federation and Special Olympic International. Right? So here what we need to keep in mind, we need to think that this Special Olympic Bharat is not a single kind of organization. It is approved by the National Sports Federation and Special Olympic International. This is for, as I earlier told you, that the people with intellectual disability, means the people who have a problem with the thought process, the people who have a problem in the learning outcomes, then this kind of people will be taken into Special Olympics, and it is approved by the National Sports Federation as well as Special Olympic International for the development of individuals with special need. Got it? So they are special need. These kind of people are most welcomed in Special Olympic Bharat. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports is definitely assumed to be responsible for the training and the participation of CWSN in Special Olympic Bharat. So here I would like to tell you that the Special Olympic Bharat is not only organizing the annual sports competitions, but it also provides some various kinds of trainings. It also provides a lot of recreational things, a lot of training part, and so many things, which not only allow an individual to recreate themselves, but they also help the individual to maintain their life, to lead a wonderful life in terms of managing different tasks in the life. So Special Olympic Bharat was a program that came in India in 1988. The formation of the Special Olympic Bharat was in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The movement had approximately 10,000 of athletes enrolled within that time. Special Olympic International was started by Unique Kennedy Shivers, sister of President of the United States of America. And the name of that president was John F. Kennedy. The idea was born out by Shivers' experience of witnessing the social exclusion of the people with intellectual disabilities who were placed in the custodial institution as a routine. Shivers believed that the equal opportunity and experience as everyone else, people with disability could also accomplish. So Shivers has brought an idea that each and every individual, irrespective to have a kind of disability, should have a 100% access of things. The Special Olympic Bharat as an organization approved by National Federation of India, as I told you, right? And Special Olympic International for development of persons with intellectual disability. As you already understood that the Ministry of Youth Affairs and the sports responsibilities for the training, participation of CWSN. So what I was telling you is that about this Special Olympic Bharat not only allows the students, the participants to participate in the annual competitions, they organize the regular training sessions, the regular skill perfection sessions, they allow them to have interactive society, they allow to enhance their communication skills, they maintain talent, there's leadership qualities, and a lot of social as well as moral qualities are cultivated. So this movement is really helpful for the people with intellectual disability and use the sports as a weapon in their life to achieve the goal. Use the sports for skill perfection. So here it's clear, Special Olympic Bharat helps perfection in the skills, social interaction, improvement in the social skills, the learning abilities, the speech problem, communication skills will be definitely enhanced, soft skills will be built up, and talent will be nurtured properly. It also leads the leadership training, it gives the leadership abilities to an individual and lead an individual with a 100% potential, and the energy could be channelized in a proper, efficient way. So I hope it's clear now that what is this Special Olympic Bharat. Now let's understand what a Special Olympic Bharat strives to be. So let's come and understand what the Special Olympic Bharat strives to say, what they want to tell us, right? So Special Olympic Bharat first thing is focuses on the holistic development of CWSN and which is in their structure, which is in their organization, right? So Special Olympic Bharat focus on the all-around development, focus on the holistic development of individual. They want to create a sensitization, they want to encourage them, they want to motivate the students to perform well, enhance their potential, and can lead to a healthier, happier, and amazing society. So the Special Olympic Bharat focuses on the holistic development of an individual. Now this point says how it's possible. See, when we talk about the Special Olympic Bharat, there is a lot of preaching, there is a lot of teaching part, training part, and experiential learning. They have a lot of fun activities so that they can build up their life. There you may say that the whole all around of development can be taken because the organization Special Olympic Bharat, the whole curriculum is designed by SAI as well as them also. So integration system is basically concerned for the intellectual disability persons. So what she thinks that the person with intellectual disability should not suffer. Alright, so this Special Olympic Bharat is especially working for them that the Olympic goal can be achieved because the people with spinal cord problems, intellectual problems, and memory disorder problems, they also have some goals. They also we have a hope for them, and their holistic development is our duty. So they ensure that they can participate in different kinds of games. They can also be happy, they can also be healthy, and they can also lead a wonderful life. Because see, disability doesn't mean that they are not supposed to participate in Olympics. They can also participate in Olympics as well, so that they can just lead a wonderful life. They can just have a peaceful and definitely name and fame will also be given, right? As in when people comes to know you, when you do your work hard, when you do smart work, so definitely people comes to know you and they will understand what is your capabilities, what is your potential. So basically Special Olympic Bharat wants to channelize the potential, wants to give the way, wants to give the path to the students. Focuses on training and go towards the classroom. So what this Special Olympic Bharat focuses on? It focuses to ensure that the studies, that the games learning, that the skill perfection should go among the students beyond the classroom capacities. They want to channelize their energy, they want to lead them to live a healthier, happier and better life. They lead some practical sessions, some amazing sessions where the rules and regulations are just above the normal one. It is adapted major divide, the curriculum is made with adapted physical education, the whole curriculum is modified. Adapted, it means the word already says that the kind of rules which adapt to the individual's disability, right? So it focuses on the holistic development, the all-around development. It focuses on the training of the disabled persons should go beyond the classroom. The learning part with enhanced energy would be channelized, and they should learn as much they could. The second thing is the motivation part is very important. And if you know what is motivation, motivation means move forward or change in the inner urge of a person, change in the thinking pattern of a person, and change in the perspectives of the person, change in the way in which an individual thinks before acting. Totally transformation in soul, totally transformation in energy formation, totally transformation is what he or she is thinking. So this motivation and encouragement. Sometimes reward, sometimes punishment. So many things are going on to motivate children so that they can participate in sports and games and they can enhance their level and live a healthier as well as happier life. So motivate children, encourage them, praise them. Sometimes praising works, sometimes encouragement works. So a lot of things are going on in terms of motivation, in terms of giving them a positive kind of environment. And a self, when you touch someone's heart, definitely then you will be leading a wonderful job in life. Okay, so different co-curricular activities were also organized there, right? So what I'm saying is about the co-curricular activities, right? So when I'm talking about this co-curricular activity, it means it's totally based on the various kinds of activity which is going on in the campus, which lead the all-around development and which lead the also 100% 100% development of an individual, changes in the life, changes in the behavior, changes in the thought process, changes in one's personality. Got it? Next is create role models and inspiration for the children. See, if you got 2 or 5 students, if we nurture them properly, then they will be the role model for the upcoming people. Although when people have a disability, they are already disappointed, depressed, stressed, and tension. They are so worried at how we will do and what we will do and how our life will be. So when you give example of the another people who were previously with you, so this role model, so creation of role model, redirecting them when they say that this arts kind of people are doing a great job, so why don't we? So the encouragement part, that motivation part is very important and very effective with this special Olympic Bharat. So they not only create, they build, they make the peoples to do something, to शिक्षक चाहे तो क्या नहीं हो सकता, शिक्षक चाहे तो गूंगा बोले, बहरा सुने और लंगड़ा नाचे. So this kind of vibrations, this kind of positive affirmation, if is there in the mind, in the thought process of a teacher or a coach, definitely the word that 3 words I have uttered will definitely work, and your individual people who are having any kind of problem can definitely lead this thing and definitely can have a good amount of potential, can be channelized, the energy can be mobilized, and lot of part can be achieved. Ensure maximum involvement, which is the most important thing here, is the involvement. See, when we teach in a classroom, see the people are sitting there, and I was, let's say if I am instructing you when you are sitting idle. What's the meaning of this thing? There's no meaning. Why? Because until and unless the involvement is not taken place, until and unless the people started to think, they started to participate. There's a word. You tell me I forgot. You allow me to practice, I remember. You allow me to do the work by myself, by my own creation. I keep the thing forever in my mind. I hope you got it this point. If we allow someone to listen us, they will forgot. If we allow someone to do whatever I do, they remember. If I allow them to do the thing in their own way, in their own style, with their creative ideas, that thing will always be in their mind. That is what the special Olympic do, doing things according to the need of an individual, according to the specificity of the disability. Each and everything is different for each and everyone, because disabilities are not same with everyone. Someone having an eye kind of problem, someone having physical problem, someone having mental problem. So all the different kinds of things special Olympic can do. They give trainers to training to the coaches and give them a sensitization. See, emotional intelligence also got very effective. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence also play a very important role. When you tell that, let's say, one aggressive boy comes to me and it was just a fight in the classroom and he is not doing homework also, and the class teacher is allowing him to get lost from the classroom. Just get out from my class. It's the same what the teacher has uttered. And then I come on the round and I just call him, just come in my cabin and meet me. The student is crammed and I told you, what were you doing? I was not expecting these kind of things from you. I was thinking that you are such a good guy. I was thinking at least you should not do these kind of things. You are my boy, okay? You should not do these kind of things. Then when you utter this kind of words, the whole perspective, the whole way to think will change. The various things which is going on in the mind of the student will vanish out. And the positive seed that I have sown in the heart will remain started germination. Take a place, germination will be there. And the transformation, the positive motivation, the encouragement or kind of reinforcement will be there. And definitely that there will be a lot of changes in the life of an individual, which will not only change his or her life, but also change the way he or she thinks. So they give this special Olympic Bharat cycle is experiential learned by them. They also help to lead them a duty. They lead them some social moral values. They lead them to deal with the daily life situations. They help the Olympic players, they can participate in different levels of game, like local game, like district level, national level, even international level. So you can't compare it with any parameter. Just Special Olympic Bharat, any parameter, it's okay, fantastic. So authority of India at this side prepare a lot of competitions for them also. A Special Olympic Bharat is due to not only give training to coaches, they give training to they give heartfulness to them, they give health and fitness, emotional intelligence, and education also. So I hope you all have cleared this wonderful topic, the Special Olympic Bharat. With this, take care, bye bye, we'll meet soon. This is a very important topic to understand. Go through it properly. Take care, bye. We'll meet soon.